Hey guys, and welcome to another customization tutorial. My name is Roberto Jorge and I'll be guiding you through this customization process. We are here with the wedding photo album After Effects template version 2. Version 1 was built in April of 2011, was a bit outdated, so I decided to make a whole revamp of the template and giving you version 2 now. 2 years later, we are now in April 2013. So here we go. So we're going to start with, we already have the project open, and you will see that you have a folder named placeholders, and we will start by opening it, and inside we'll see a set of folders, one for filters that we'll talk later on, colorization, the floor photos, and texts. These will be the ones that we will be using for the basic customization. Any further or more complex customization, you may throw me a line and I will be happy to help you to do what you're trying to achieve. Okay, so let's start with the photos. Open up the folder named photos and you will find another 3 subfolders. And first of all, we are going to start with the pictures, and let's replace by right-clicking, replace footage, file, and select. I'm going to use the photos that I used on the preview video. So I'm going to open photo 00 and instantly it's going to appear in the cover, and we'll do the same with all the others. Of course, I'm not going to replace all the footages here. Would be a waste of your time, and to be honest, really boring to watch me replace all the placeholders. Not that it would take too long, but as this is a repeating process, all we need to know is just how to replace one, and all the others are the same. So let's replace just a few of them. Right click, replace footage, file, let's select our file and replace footage, file number 7. Let's scroll through our animation, and as you can see now, we already have a few placeholders replaced. Let's do 3 more, number 8. Okay, so we now have 2 full pages of placeholders replaced, plus the one in a cover. So 11 placeholders, sorry, not 11, 10, yes, 11, 00 for the cover, and then 10 placeholders for the first 2 pages. Okay, one more thing that I would like to point out is the adjustments of the photo, sorry. And to do so, I'm going to bring a photo inside that doesn't belong to the project. It's just a higher resolution photo. I'm going to leave it here, or I'm going to create a new folder. Example. And I'm going to bring this photo here just to show you in a few minutes or in a few seconds one of the adjustments. So after you replace the photos inside the pictures folder, we go to the comps, and in here, once we open it, we will see the picture placeholder. In this case, the placeholder will fit perfectly, but you can increase or decrease the picture depending on your resolution, on your photo resolution. And for that, I imported one new picture, which I'm going to use here. And as you can see, the resolution is much higher, which probably is going to happen with your picture. So once you have that, just press S for scale and drag it down until you think it's suitable. So let's leave it like this, and if you go to your project, you will see now the picture, the new picture that we brought in. So I'm gonna delete it, no longer usable, just to show you that you can use higher resolution or smaller resolution pictures, and to do so just go to your comps folder, open up the one that you want to adjust. Probably you want to adjust all of them because your pictures, as I said before, might be in higher resolution. Once you do that, you will be ready to go regarding the pictures. There's one more folder here which is named the pre-comps, and if we open one, you will see an effect applied to the picture itself and to the border of the picture, which you may want to disable this old look or disable the frame completely. Just to show us a difference, we're going to change this one here by removing the frame and the old look. Oh, not this one, sorry, photo 01. We were on 00. So if we disable it, you will see now that it doesn't have anymore the look of well, this whole look here. You can leave it as a new look or more clean look. So this will, depending on your choice and the look that you want to give to the project. Okay, so regarding photos, this is it. We can now go to the filters, and the filters, I've made 3 kind of filters. I'm going to bring a photo here just to show you, and I'm going to put it down. You don't need to do this. All you need to do is enable one of these 3 filters if you want to. If you enable sepia, the color of the photo will become an imitation of sepia. I'm going to disable the photo now, and if I go back to my project, you will see that you have an older look to your photos. If you enable vintage, you'll see that the look will get this vintage look. And there's one more filter which is black and white. Okay, so it's just a matter of enable them. So black and white, I'm going to disable the picture again, and you will have all your photos in black and white. So this might come useful for any of your projects, and by default is disabled. I'm going to delete this picture. By default is disabled, but once you enable any of these filters, you will get all your photo album with the look that you prefer. You can of course create any other filter inside of this composition here and enable it, and it will be available for all your photos. So let's close sorry, let's close this one here, and let's close the filters. We're gonna leave it colorized as default, the original color of the pictures. And now we go to the colorization folder, and page color, let me close this too just to keep it clean. Page color as default is a white solid, which I select and go to layers, solid settings, and if you check, it's not exactly pure white, because in reality, even if we are watching pure white in real life, our eyes will not see it as white as in here. So I wanted to give that effect and pull it a little bit to the grayish side. But just to show you how easy it is to replace the color, let's say you want a yellowish look. So once you select the color and go back to your project, you will see now that you have all your pages in yellow. Well, yellowish. So just layer, solid settings, let's choose a crazy color here. Green. Okay, and there we go, we have a green album now. Okay, don't really like it, but it's a choice. I'm gonna undo and let's try maybe solid settings. Let's try black. Okay, so now we have a black album. Doesn't look bad. The only problem here, well, which is not a problem, would be the fonts. We cannot see the sentences now, but you can change that afterwards. So I'm gonna undo that and let's play with the yellowish again, just as an example. Okay, and now we're gonna change the cover and back cover color. So open the composition named cover plus back cover and layers, solid settings. Let's select yellowish again, but more to the brown side, and okay. If we go back, we will now have a cover of a different color, which will match your new color of your overall album. Okay. And I'm gonna reverse this, undo and undo, so we have our original colors. And so once you are happy with the colors, you may close this folder and go to the floor folder, which will be our background color. We have a very subtle texture, and if you open the floor composition and go to the effects control panel, you'll see that you have a colorization applied, which you can of course remove. And if you go back to your project, it will be just the texture, or you may want to change the colorization to any other color. So you get a very subtle color here, which you can increase by going to the color saturation, and if you do so, you will get a darker look. But once again, this will depend on the needs of your project, and of course is a customizable option. So once you do that, you may close the floor folder and move on with the text. So first of all, we will have our album title. Just double click on it, and if you check the effects, you have a glow effect that you may want to disable if you want to keep it simpler. I really like this effect, so I'm going to leave it on. And you can double click, and my new title here. The link for this font is available inside the project folder, so it's just a matter of downloading it, or use any other font that you prefer. So here we go, and then we have the intro message, which will be this one here. At the moment it's just the date, but double click and my new intro. If we close it, there we go, and then the ending message will be our last message, which is just a matter of double click and ending message, double click on the layer, text layer, and my new final message. And if you go back to your main composition, you will check that it's changed, and we can close these, and then we have the text for the pages itself. Page number 1, if you open up, you will see that page number 1 text composition. Just double click and just double click on which layer you want to edit, and let's say page 1 title, subtitle 1, which very original subtitle. It's just for customization purposes, so keep it simple. So page 1 title, subtitle, and subtitle 1. You may want to leave the font overlaying a bit of the photo, or you may change the text. We can bring it, I'm going to use the arrow key to bring a little bit up, and of course you can play around with the font size. I'm going to bring it a little bit up. And decrease it a little bit more. So this will depend the look that you want to give. Okay, so at this point it's not touching the photo, but when it touches the photo, it gives a nice, in my opinion, of course this is all customizable, but it gives a nice look. I even left for the page 1 on the preview, as you can see, the wedding G around here. So for all of the pages you will find a separated folder where you can change the text. So you will have the title, which will be this one here, and then page text 1, text 2, text 3, and text 4, and so on. So you will have 14 pages to work around with your text, and of course you may create any other text. Let's see the page 1 example. If I duplicate the subtitle 1 and drag it to the middle, let's say middle text, and if we go to our main composition, you will now have a middle text, or you might want to create a sentence that will match all this space here, the same with above. You may divide it in two. For example, page 1 title, let's bring it somewhere around here, and let's duplicate it. Holding shift, I'm going to drag it so I have the same exact position, and let's say page 1 title 2, and in here title 1. So if we go to our main composition, we'll see now 2 main titles and 3 subtitles, but this of course can be arranged any way you want, so it's just a matter of imagining what you want. In here I would just bring it a little bit to the right so it's more centered with this photo over here. This one looks alright. As I was saying, it's just a matter of placing the text in the place that you want and customize it according to the photos and to your needs. So we're not going to change any other texts because the process will be the same. You have totally freedom to customize in the way that you want. There are pages like this that only has one placeholder, but you can play around with that as we did for the previous page. And regarding text, that's it. So let's close it here. And for the basic customization, we are set. I'm going to delete this example here. And let's close this one, page 1 texts. So regarding, as I was saying, regarding the basic customization, this is it. Just repeat the process of changing photos and texts, colorization of pages and background. For more complex customization, you will find a folder here. I'm going to close the placeholders, named Precomps, and another one named Book. You may open it up, where you will see all the arrangement for the pages. Let's open one of them, page 1, and for example, you may want to disable the corners, the photo corners. It will be simply as that, disabling them and or replacing by your own item, or you may want to arrange the photos in a different way. I'm not going to delete it, but I'm going to, let's try disable all of them, just leave the page color and the text, and let's say bring the photo somewhere around the center, and just an example, and I'm gonna scale it up like this, and then I'm gonna bring my corners. I'm not gonna adjust them to this size, I'm gonna leave it on the original size. I'm doing it by eye. You can take a bit longer to get them really well adjusted. Of course, this is just an option. You can work around and have a different. So now if we turn on the titles, they will not match, so we would have to create titles that match this this look. But if we go to our album, we will see now that we have a different look for our first page. And the arrangement of the photos, let's go back to our page 1. You can play around. I'm going to disable all of them. You can play around with them. Let's say photo 3, 4, and 5. Let's say that, for example, you want to bring this one over here, and this one over here, and this one over here. So once again, I'm just doing as I see it now, but to make this the correct way, I would bring a line here just to make things really neat. But if we go back to our composition once again, so we have another look, another different look that that you could customize. Let's bring it to the center, and probably I would want to make a title here, maybe a title somewhere around here, or 3 small titles to give a more personalized look, so you don't have to be limited to what I've built, but you also have the option of moving around things. And what we did for the page number 1, you may want to do for all the pages. You can play around with the bring this 2 down and put the title up, or rearrange the photos in the order that you find most suitable for your project. And I totally understand if you want to get a more personalized photos. That's why I leave this option open, and I give this brief explanation on how to achieve it. Of course, if you need any help, drop me a line and I will explain you anything that is in my hands to help you customize it. Okay, so let's close this and this, and let's just see. We covered the filters. Let's go. The filters, the colorization of the book, and the colorization of the floor. We did the photos, replace them, adjust them, and the text. And finally we talked a little bit about the personalization of the project. And this is it. We are with 26 minutes and a half. Not bad for this for this customization tutorial. If you already purchased the template, I hope you enjoyed this new version. If you didn't, and if you are a new user of my project, I hope you enjoy it anyway. And of course, I still have the previous version available with me. It will not be available anymore as a download, but if you want to use it by some reason, please drop me a line and I'll be happy to upload it and make it available to you. Okay, so once again, my name is Roberto Jorge. Hope you liked the template and this tutorial. Any further questions, please drop me a line and I will do my best to help you. So bye bye, and hope to hear from you. Thanks.